the heart of a bustling city, there lived a young man. He carried the burden of unconventional features, often deemed ugly by society's narrow standards. But beneath his unique exterior, he possessed a heart full of kindness and a soul that radiated warmth. Every day he sought refuge in a cozy coffee shop. It was a sanctuary where he could quietly observe the world without drawing attention to himself. He'd order his regular black coffee, then retreat to his favorite corner where he could watch people pass by on the busy street outside. One morning, as he peered into his coffee cup, he saw her, a vision of grace and beauty. She was a woman with fair skin, cascading hair, and eyes that sparkled like jewels. She was not just beautiful, she was a radiant presence that lit up the coffee shop. From his concealed corner, the young man watched her as she sipped her latte, immersed in a book or typing away on her laptop. He longed to approach her, to express the admiration he felt for her smile, or simply say hello. But fear gripped him, making it difficult for him to initiate conversation, especially with someone of the opposite gender. Days turned into weeks, and his affection for the woman grew stronger. He didn't even know her name, yet he couldn't help but fall in love with her from afar. He observed her interactions with others, wishing he had the courage to approach her, share conversations, and possibly win her heart. But he believed he was destined to remain in the shadows, forever admiring her from a distance. As time passed, he contemplated breaking free from his self-imposed isolation. He yearned to find the courage to speak to her, to take the first step towards a connection. But fear of rejection and his introverted nature held him captive. One day, he overheard a conversation at a nearby table. Friends of the woman were speaking about her. They shared stories of her kindness, her passion for life, and her warm-heartedness. He hung on to every word, each story painting a more vibrant picture of the amazing person she was. But amidst the tales of her virtues, he heard something that crushed his hopes. She was older than him, and she was in a relationship with someone who had already captured her heart. It felt as though the world had crumbled around him, and the weight of his unspoken love bore down on him like a heavy storm cloud. Weeks turned into months, and he continued to watch her from his corner. He saw her relationship flourish, witnessed their happiness together, and his heart ached with a profound sadness. He knew he could never disrupt her happiness, never intrude upon her life with his silent, unrequited love. Then something happened that sealed his fate. A friend, unaware of his feelings, followed her on social media, inadvertently revealing the young man's silent admiration. She noticed the unfamiliar follower, investigated further, and eventually found his profile. She realized that he had been watching her from afar, and her heart sank. She felt uncomfortable, as if her privacy had been invaded. She had always cherished her personal space, and this intrusion into her online life was disconcerting. The story ended sadly for the young man. He had never found the courage to speak to her, and now she knew about his unspoken love. It left him heartbroken, knowing he had made her uncomfortable and tarnished the image he held of her. He continued to frequent the coffee shop, but the magic had disappeared. He had become a mere memory, a lonely figure in the corner, forever longing for a love that could never be. In moments of reflection, he could only utter the words, "She was so beautiful that I rejected myself."